Micah Parsons has a podcast. I don't know if you guys knew that. He has a podcast.
He does.
He and Trayvon Diggs were having a nice little conversation, just talking about sports and whatnot. And Micah uttered the words, "We're a damn good football team." And I just wanted to see, Jesse, if you felt that was true.
Clarence,
Oh,
the greatest beat writer in Cowboys history.
I wrote Monday after the game. Yeah, Monday night, Tuesday morning, whatever. The days go all mixed together. That the Cowboys have acknowledged they're a bad football team. Jerry talked about it. Mike McCarthy talked about it. It's no longer we're going to have a miracle finish. It's just, can we just win a game, please?
yeah.
Can we do something just to win a game? They've resigned themselves, and you watch during the game that they look like a bad football team, from the fake punt to the continued penalty, 12 men on the field. They do what bad things teams do. They don't execute. They do penalties. They do dumb things like Tyler Guyton, and they're coached bad. They're badly coached. This is a badly coached football team. So I don't know what Micah Parsons is looking at from the injuries, and they're undermanned and they're badly coached. They're bad executing. They got bad players.
What made me laugh the loudest from that?
Better be funny.
I didn't say that. What made me laugh the loudest?
Yeah.
Was Micah's breakdown of we're a damn good team. He's like, man, shoot, in that game, I mean, after the first 2 touchdowns we gave up,
Right.
we only gave up like 2 or 3 more field goals in that game. So I'm like,
14 23.
that's between 20 and 23 points. You ain't a good defense if you giving up 20 plus points a game. Like, that doesn't make you a good football team.
And sadly,
A good defense is giving up 20 points a game.
20 is probably
no,
better.
but sadly,
Well, this
I
time,
thought the
20's a
defense
little.
played okay
Well, and I
for
think,
their standards this season.
well, and that's what I was gonna say. First of all, I'm very gray, so I'm gonna look at things from a lot of different angles. So for me, I think that he was more so alluding to kind of what you've been saying, Jeff, where you're like, when you go into this draft, you don't suck. Like, you just need to add pieces. I think it's a part of that. Like, okay, well, you're not really a bad, specifically on this defensive side. Like, they just have had a lot of injuries. We've seen them look better as they've gotten guys back. So maybe in his mind, he's like, well, we're not bad on that side of things. But also, too, he's used to winning here.
Yeah.
This is also something that's unique to him as a player, because since he has been here, they have had 12-win seasons.
So shouldn't that be more of the reason to look at them and go, I'm used to winning. We're not winning. There's no way that we're a damn good team.
I don't think it is difficult. I think it's difficult to go from what they were. And then I think also, too, in their minds, they're considering if we weren't this hurt.
Right.
Well,
So in his mind, they are a good team. They're just injured right now.
They're not examples early in this year where they were whole, maybe minus Deron Bland,
Well,
where they got dog walked at home
they were trying
in 2 games?
They were probably justifying us that we were still getting used to the Zimmer defense. We still have to. I'm just saying, in their mind, we're talking about, and we're talking about in their mind.
Listen,
It's their
Listen,
mind. And when I looked at that game, I said, wasn't that game closer than a score?
Which game? The last game?
Monday.
Yeah.
It seemed to
It
be.
was
but
close
then
until the
But I never
third.
thought there was any chance the Cowboys had to win the game. Never thought the Texans were in danger. But it just kind of got away from them because of the decisions that were made. You take the field goal off the board. Then you don't get the 4th down. That could have been a 7-point game. You give up the sack, fumble, return touchdown.
That is the clear definition of you are
Of a
not
bad
a good
football
football
team.
team.
Right,
Like, that's
but my
what I'm
point is,
saying. That's what I'm saying.
No.
All the things that you are
No
saying
doubt.
are absolutely
and I said
1,000%
We're just
clear representation
I
of
said that.
you are not a good football
I
team.
We're
said
just
I think
explaining.
Micah was really talking about the defense, because we know the offense is without Dak, they ain't scoring no points. I think the
They
defense
ain't scored
played.
points with Dak.
I understand.
And we forget there's a 6-point game and a 9-point game and another 6-point game.
They did pretty good against that vaunted Pittsburgh defense. But what I'm saying is, his point of view is mostly, he and Trevon Diggs are mostly, I'm sure, thinking from a defense standpoint, we did okay against the Texans. This, CJ Stroud, we did okay. If they could, that's why they always talk about complimentary football. If they could have got any shot in the arm about any positivity from offense, it may have been a different game. But you have the sack fumble. You have you give up the field goal. You get the field goal, and you don't get it on 4th down. You have the fake punt. The defense, as well as they played at times, did not get their play rewarded because the offense was so bad and so inept. And so it snowballed on them at the end.
Mhm.
But outside the big plays early, the defense was okay.
I think that they just see that they have talent, but it's not coming together right now. I understand how he's rationalizing.
Yeah,
I agree with
it's
you.
a
I agree
rationalization.
with
There's
you.
no question.
I agree with you. They are not a good football team right now. They are not. But I do understand why he's like, we're not that bad in his mind because he's thinking about what they have been and not what they are right now.
You know what's funny?
What's funny? It better be funny.
You know what's funny?
Oh my gosh. What, Jeff?
So what I think is funny about it is I like to go amateur psychologist and just try to guess what's happening in people's brains. And so I think it's funny.
Exactly.
That what I believe happened with their little conversation there is that the bar, because of how bad they are and how good they are not, and how much they're not a damn good football team, all it takes is being, as a defense, like they were somewhat kind of competitive defensively for like half the game. And that was super encouraging to him.
Yes.
Like that for half a game, we were kind of competitive because the bar has just moved so far because they're awful and they're so terrible that being within a touchdown of Houston at half or so, it was like, we're right there. We're damn good. And it's just that the bar moved real far, real fast this season to where we expect to get destroyed. So if we feel somewhat competitive, that felt like we're damn good.
And they did get destroyed. But it didn't feel like 34 to 10.
But there was like multiple chances for us to get within like 3.
But
and in our brain this year, that's pretty good.
But I don't think there's from that standpoint also too, given what's going on and all the injuries that they've dealt with specifically on that side, I'm not necessarily mad at that. I'm not mad at the fact that they are trying, because that's what we doing. That's what anyone that's evaluating the team right now is doing. It's just trying to find things within the game that are something to look forward to in the future or next year or to build upon, going into the latter part of the season. So, I feel him.
I'm watching college guys.
I just started last night too, by the way.
I'm just glad Micah wasn't at the club with Diggs.
My God,
and
here
CD.
you go.
I'm just glad.
I got a less problem with that.
I don't have no problem
than
with
I do
it,
with him saying we're a damn good team.
I don't have no problem with them being in the club,
I
but
don't have a
everybody else
problem with them
does. Because I remember the roping, doping, and shooting Mike Irvin days, winning Super Bowl titles out of the clubs all night.
We all silly like the mayor.